22-year-old Jessica and her 23-year-old sister, Cassie, to the Maury Show. Now, if anybody heard their stories, you would have to admit that these two young ladies have been through hell. Not only were they given up by their mother when they were babies, they never knew who their father was. And then 5 years ago, Cassie tracked down a man named Marcus on Facebook, a man who relatives said could be their father. But since then, events have taken place that lead Marcus to believe he might be Cassie's father, but he doesn't think he's Jessica's father. Listen to their story.
I had an awful childhood. My mother put me and my sister Cassie in foster care when I was only 2 years old. I never knew who my father was. Only thing I ever knew was his name was Marcus.
5 years ago, I found Marcus on Facebook. I must have messaged 100 Marcus Walkers until the right one finally wrote me back. He's claimed to have been looking for us all these years, but who knows?
When I went to go meet Marcus for the first time, it was very awkward. I noticed that he was treating my big sister Cassie way better than me, and it really hurt my feelings.
A lot of family members have been telling us that Marcus is not Jessica's father. So I told Marcus about this, and he started saying behind our backs that he was not Jessica's father.
I need to know if Marcus is my father.
So, Jessica, you called our show.
I got tired of the accusations, and I just want to know who my dad is.
And the accusations are what?
That he is not my dad.
Do you think he's your father?
Maury, I'm not sure, and it's really hurting me because I feel like I don't look anything like him,
right.
But I've always had that love there for him.
Right.
And he's like, you know, I was told that that was my dad. Right. So, you know, I expected that love from him.
But he had doubts, and we'll get into that too, okay? Cassie, you were the one who found Marcus, right?
Yes, I was.
And you, I guess both, at one point, went to live with them.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about you two when it comes to your childhood.
Okay.
This is the story I heard. Your mother took you to a daycare center one time and just left you all there.
Yep, and she never came back. She didn't fill my father in on anything that was going on, so truthfully, he didn't even know.
Marcus did not...
No, none of our family knew what happened.
About you.
He knew about us, and he thought we were in Puerto Rico the whole time.
And what you didn't know was he paid child support for both of you until you were 18 years old.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm sure the way you all grew up, maybe you never saw any of that money.
No,
Nope,
we did
not
not. Not 1 ounce of the money.
So what happened was that you two eventually were split up.
Yes.
You went to foster care?
Yeah, and my sister, she got adopted. They did take me away. I was 6 years old. And I didn't get adopted until 6 years later.
Yeah. And so it was difficult.
Very,
Right.
very. I had a very different upbringing from Jessica.
So tell me, Cassie, where did this name Marcus come from?
My birth mom had brought him up a few times during visits, but never really talked about him. As I got older, I got more curious. I had a few personal things happen, deaths that occurred, and I wanted my own family dynamic, and that involved my whole entire family, from adoptive to biological. So I set it my goal to find him. I felt like he deserved to know who we are, we deserve to know him, and we need that
But you found him,
Yes.
I guess, on Facebook.
Yes.
And Jessica, you were the first one to meet him.
Yes, I was.
What did you think when you first saw him?
The first time I saw him, it was emotionally awkward for me. I didn't feel the connection or the love.
You went to live with him for a period of time.
Yeah,
Him and his wife.
yeah, I had nowhere to stay. I was living outside with a group of friends because I had gotten kicked out of my mom's house.
What happened was you didn't think that Lolita accepted you.
I felt like we clashed very badly.
I've always accepted Jessica as my stepdaughter.
No.
I think,
as Marcus's
I think
mom.
they're one
You
and the same
haven't.
person. That's why I think you guys can clash sometimes. You guys like